Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Stroll, the captain, and Carlos Sainz, Magnussen, Alonso, Pierre Gasly, and Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Verstappen, Brendan Hartley, and Marcus Ericsson. Ocon and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
You managed to qualify better than we expected yesterday, so let's do the same again today.
Hey guys, welcome back to some more F1 2018 and part 4 of Season 2 with McLaren in our career mode. In today's episode, we are in the Baku Grand Prix. Pace has been pretty rubbish, to be honest with you. There's not much else I can say other than we were rubbish in qualifying. We qualified 11th in the end, which probably flattered us. I don't really know where I got that time from. But yeah, we just didn't look like we had the pace. And you know, due to penalties once again, we've managed to somehow get up to 9th, and you know, we could actually have a sensible possibility of points in this Grand Prix. It looks like me and Sainz have both got ahead of Stroll. Obviously, he must have been quite shocked that the field was moving away quite so quickly. He's used to being on the back row, but yeah, the straight line speed of this McLaren is certainly left wanting. It's quite woeful. But the middle sector were almost the fastest of anyone. So you know, it's a shame that that's not the sector where all the overtakes are going to take place today. But you know, we definitely got pace through this section of the track, and you know, if we can get in front of somebody on the first lap, then this could be the place where we make up the rest of our time. But yeah, it's probably my second least favourite circuit on the calendar, just ahead of Mexico. Mexico's probably my least favourite. Malaysia used to be my least favourite. But, oh, for goodness sake, it's a good job that damage isn't on during the formation lap. But, no, hopefully you guys are good and still enjoying the series. I certainly am, and I'm looking forward to developing this McLaren car into something that's a little bit more competitive. You know, we've added on some chassis upgrades. I think that it's definitely something that is needed. The chassis is the worst on the grid according to the vehicle comparison list, and yeah, I mean, it's fair enough. You know, they've worked a lot on the power unit. You wouldn't know. We're still woeful in a straight line, but they've neglected the chassis, and it shows. But lining up on the grid now, we're getting ready for lights out, and I feel like we've warmed our tyres up. I'm going to try something a bit different, have lead mix on for the start, and try and get maybe a little bit less wheel spin once the lights are out. we go then. Lights out, away we go. A very quick release of the lights. We get away fairly well, but again, a lot of wheel spin from the start. Try and keep it nice and clean through the first turn. And we managed to maintain 9th position for the minute. We're going to try and undercut Charles Leclerc up here. We're going to move up into Rich Mix, move on to overtake mode as well. As we move into the sort of second most important point of the start, which is the rest of the first lap. People are very, very slow on the brakes, and I think people are just being really cautious. Something that we can't really afford to be. You know, we need to get ahead of these guys, and you know, having Lance Stroll in 7th place could end up being a bit of a cork in the bottle, which is good for us, I guess, but he's going to be very good in a straight line. We have to remember that. Going into the castle section, which, you know, contrary to popular belief, is my favourite part of this circuit.
Start phase. Now let's build on it.
But we remain in 9th through the start phase, and you never know, we might actually get some points from this Grand Prix. This was the only place last year that we didn't get any points, and it was a very, very disappointing race for us. But we are 9th, we're on this perilously long straight now, and we're probably going to get overtaken by Sainz due to our very, very slow straight line speed, but we'll try our best to stay in front. But here they come, look at this. Alonso's there as well.
You'll be on the super softs.
He's obviously managed to get himself a nice slipstreaming partner. Leclerc and Stroll going at it up ahead, which, you know, is good for us. Them two fighting brings them back into me. And 7th place I'd be delighted with today. But as you can see, they're still side by side. Going into turn 3, and wow. There's a little bit of contact there. And they're slowing each other down. And this is the section of the lap where we are reasonably quick when we get it right, and well, we just didn't manage to get the power down there quick enough. Sainz is there, he's having a little look down the inside. That is suicidal from Sainz. Well guys, I know it's early in the Grand Prix, but we are going to pit on this lap. We're just not quick enough to stay in front of these guys, so we'll let them through, let them have their own race, and we'll find ourselves some clear air at the back of the field. And hopefully this will work out to be a good decision. We're going to swap on to the super soft tyres and take them to the end of the race, but a bit of clean air mightn't do us any harm. You know, allow us to go at our own pace and try and build something. But yeah, here we go. We're away once again. So here we go. Some people are in the pits. How are we going to get on compared to them? We're coming around the first corner now, and we're behind all of them pretty much. Fernando the biggest one, so that shows our lack of pace around here. You know, they were on older tyres, they had an extra lap to do, and we've come out well behind everybody.
Super soft on the car behind.
But you never know, we might be able to get Fernando at some point in the lap. I mean, I'm hoping we do. Well, this could be a chance to go past our teammate. We've got the slipstream. We're giving it everything that we've got. We've got DRS wide open.
Our gap
and we're through.
Is 8.8 seconds.
So we're through on Fernando Alonso. There's Lance Stroll ahead of us, so I don't know how he hasn't made more time on us, but Looks like Gasly has come out between myself and Fernando as well. Yeah, maybe Stroll had an incident there. Vettel looks like he's got a problem of some sort. There's a big kerfuffle up ahead. This could be a chance for us here. It really could be. I don't exactly know what's going on here. Ricciardo and Vettel are in this battle. I don't know how. Maybe they got held up in the pits or something, but at this stage of the race we're right behind these guys, which I wasn't expecting, to be honest with you. We're a little bit wide there, unfortunately.
Is now running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car ahead.
Well guys, this could be a chance. We're in the slipstream. Vettel goes to the outside of Stroll. We're going to have DRS as well. I think their straight line speed is just too great though. We're hitting the limiter far too early.
0.8 seconds.
But this has been the story the last few laps this time. Stroll makes a mistake. This could be a chance around the outside into turn 2. We've got DRS. We're going to go into high. He's got DRS 2. We are going to go down. Inside though, lock up massively, but we make it stick. We make it stick. And now we've got to go about catching Vettel. We have been pretty much glued to the back of this group for laps on end, and you basically seen what the story's been the whole time. But Stroll made a mistake that time, and we're back up into 9th position, which, you know, I'd definitely take. Well, look at this, guys. We've got DRS wide open, but we're not making any inroads whatsoever on Sebastian Vettel. We're just going to have to wait our turn. We've got a better exit out of there. DRS again. Wide open as we're on the final lap. But I just don't think we're going to have the pace to pass him. We have probably been better than him in Sector 2 in the race. Vettel's been really struggling, in all fairness. We have got Mercedes in front of Vettel as well. I'll be very interested to see who actually wins this Grand Prix, because I have a feeling it could be a Force India. I really do. We're right behind Vettel now, and this is our last chance. There is a yellow flag. Is that for somebody behind us? I really don't know. Vettel hits the wall. This is absolutely crazy. Are we going to be able to make a pass up to the line? I really don't know. We're in his gearbox. I just don't think we've got the straight line speed. Valtteri Bottas wins. Grosjean's out of the race. We've got DRS wide open, but we can't make any inroads on him. and we've just got to settle for 9th place. But overall, that's not a bad performance. It was a bit of a grindy race, to be honest. Not a lot of action, just a lot of frustration with our straight line speed.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Valtteri Bottas takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'm going to say Carlos Sainz. It was probably one of his best drives this season, and I was thoroughly impressed.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
Well, some absolutely fabulous racing in that Grand Prix, and Bottas wins it in the end. Raikkonen finishes second, only 2/10 behind in the end. Did Bottas get him on the line? That is the big question. Perez finishes only 3.7 seconds back in third, with Sainz in fourth. Leclerc finishes 5th with Ricciardo in 6th, Hamilton 7th, Vettel 8th, and we're down in 9th with Hulkenberg completing the top 10. Now, I tell you what, being only 20 seconds off the victory in a Grand Prix where pace wasn't, there for the taking, I think we can be really proud of that. And 1:43.2 is fairly competitive. It's a top 10 time, which is great, and another 2 points to the tally, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let's continue on and see what the media have to say, if anything at all, and I'm sure we'll have some contract negotiations to do as well. But there we go. We have some rivalry points. We're beating Fernando in the rivalry at the minute, and also Lance Stroll. We've got some resource points, which is really good, so we might go and do some upgrades. But first of all, let's have a look at doing some of this.
Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms.
I mean, I think that's pretty good. Let's see.
We're asking for too much here.
Slightly too much. Let's do that. There you go.
That proposal looks good. It seems all parties are happy with the deal, so it'll commence at the next race weekend.
So we've got some resource points to spend. We might as well do those now while you guys are here. Now, I want to have a bit more straight line speed. So I think going for this might be a good idea. Oil combustion, which will help our engine out just a little bit. What about in the aerodynamics department? Rear downforce drag. I don't think. Well, I guess that could help us reduce drag. Let's check the chassis, because chassis is where we're struggling at the moment. So we've already got two going on. If we get another one going, actually department capacity reached apparently. So I'll tell you what, let's go for the drag reduction. I think that'll help us in the long term, so let's go for that. And yeah, I think we can be quite happy with that, and we'll see if they get onto the car in the next episode. If you've enjoyed that, then make sure you do leave a like down below. It really does help.